This is Data Jockey, machine learning for Victorian racing. Today I am looking at Race 5, Pakenham Synthetic, Monday 20 July 2026. Straight into it. Before the breakdown, the short version for Race 5 at Pakenham Synthetic. Just one selection today, Soundwave for the place. The model does not always narrow it down to one, so when it does, it is worth understanding why. Stay with me and I will walk through it. Race 5 at Pakenham Synthetic today, 15 runners, top 3 paying the place dividend. First thing to note, the model's selection is not the market favorite, which signals it has found value the market has missed. One pick today, place only, no same race multi this time around. The model only fires when the data genuinely supports it, no quota, no forced selections, and plenty of races get skipped entirely. Today it found one worth a proper look. On to the detail. Before the picks, here is the short version of how this works, because it sets this channel apart from most tipping content out there. Every selection comes from a machine learning model trained on Victorian racing results, and it does not stop learning. Every race meeting feeds back into it, sharpening it over time. The key difference from almost everything else in this space, most models and most tipsters are chasing the winner. This one was built to chase something else entirely: place finishers. Horses that land in the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different target, and it changes everything about how the model is built. It is simultaneously weighing dozens of variables across the full field: pace, distance, field composition, historical form, how each horse matches up against today's rivals specifically, all at once, in ways that are genuinely hard to replicate manually. Want the deeper methodology? It is linked in the description below. For now though, Race 5 is on the table and the model has a clear view on it. Let us get into the picks. Pick 1, the model's top selection for Race 5, Soundwave, currently 6th in the market, not the favorite, not the headline horse, just sitting there in the market at a price that the model thinks is completely wrong. And that gap between what the market thinks and what the model thinks, that is exactly the kind of value this model looks for. Now I am going to be straight with you about something, because I think it actually makes you trust this more, not less. I cannot give you one clean reason why the model has landed on Soundwave. That is genuinely not how it works. It is not saying this horse loves Pakenham Synthetic or has a great record at this distance, or whatever the standard form guide would tell you. That kind of single-factor analysis is what everyone else is doing. The model is doing something completely different. It is processing dozens of variables simultaneously. Track conditions, distance, field size, the specific horses in this race today, historical patterns across thousands of Victorian races. All of it at once, finding relationships between those variables that no human eye could spot. And that is the entire point. If I could reduce it to one sentence, you would not need the model. You could just read the form guide yourself. What I can tell you, and this is what matters, is that the market has Soundwave at 6th in the market, and the model has it as the top pick for Race 5. That gap is where the value is. That gap is what this model was built to find. This model was built to find place finishers, not winners. So when it rates a horse as the top pick, it is saying this horse fits the historical pattern of horses that hit the places. That is a different lens entirely to what most analysts are working with. Soundwave for the place. Top 3 finish in a 15-runner field. That is what the model is saying about Race 5. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. If today's full card is what you are after, every race has a dedicated video, all collected in the playlist, uploaded ahead of Race 1. Worth browsing the other races to see which selections fit what you are after. Combining multiple model selections into a place multi is something some punters do. Your wagering provider can explain how that works. Whatever you decide, make sure it is your own informed call. One more thing worth repeating: check for scratchings before placing any bet, since they can completely reshape a race on the day. For Race 5, the model's place selection is Soundwave. The playlist has the rest of the card, and if you have not subscribed, this channel runs for every Victorian meeting, every race day, entirely free. That wraps race 5 at Pakenham Synthetic. Soundwave was the model's place selection, clean single pick for this one. Results are tracked and posted publicly every week without fail, the good and the bad both on the record. That is the only fair way to judge whether following this model genuinely makes sense for you, rather than relying on any single result either way. For entertainment purposes only, as always, please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you next race.